Okay, hello Internet. We are now recording for a special side session of the SCB D&D Adventures. Right now I'm being joined by one of my favorite players.
Oh, I'm your favorite player?
Well,
yeah, I'm CC, aka Anthony.
Yes. We all know Ray's the actual favorite, though.
Come on!
Okay, so anyway, when we last left our... No, you're not heroes. When we last left our protagonists, Jason had just been carted off by the town guard for, practicing witchcraft.
Which Anthony also happens to know, but would now, seeing the consequences that Jason did, decides not to use magic unless in the safety of the ship.
Ah, you're learning from someone else's actions.
Yeah, I highly suggest you do that too.
Yeah. This life advice was brought to you by...
Yes. So, I guess, I mean, I don't know where everyone else goes to, but I probably want to head back to the ship because now the whole wand thing, it seems intriguing.
You think it might be worth it to learn some other forms of magic?
If it'll help me, possibly. But like,
okay.
So yeah, am I able to just like head back to the ship, or is like they're gonna be?
Yeah, you probably just have to slip back through town. No one pays you much mind.
Cool. So I take out the wand and I'm like, "Hey, wand!"
Yes. Hello. I see you have returned.
So you mentioned something about helping me in some way. Did you talk about like? Did you talk about something about immortality in a way, or
I wouldn't call it immortality. It's important to understand that one day we all die.
Well, yes, but like cheating death at least a little bit.
Yes, I mean.
Is this Horcruxes? Because I do not want to get into that.
Oh.
No, it's not Horcruxes. Okay, is it Hollows?
Well, perhaps in a manner of speaking. When you say Horcruxes, what exactly do you mean?
Splitting your soul and putting it into an inanimate object.
And why are you so intrinsically opposed to the idea?
Because back when I was in Hogwarts, I heard story. Actually, I saw Harry Potter defeat Voldemort, and Voldemort had multiple Horcruxes, and it both disfigured him and caused him to be even more evil, and also made him very difficult to kill, which I guess is understandable, but at the same time, he was very, very evil. And I'm also told by some people, as like just general knowledge, that Horcruxes are one, dangerous to make, and two, has a very gruesome process in multiple uses of the term.
The one you know is Voldemort. He was an evil man to begin with. No, the Horcruxes simply exacerbated what was there, but ultimately it was his ego that did him in. He stretched himself too thin. That's why most of us,
because we made 7 of them.
We simply have a singular vessel.
I still think it's bad.
There are many great spellcasters who find ways to preserve their soul like this. You might know them as liches. And this is a step in that process. I was never fully able to...
Are you saying the Hallows? I don't think I'd be able to master all the Hallows.
No, not that. A Horcrux, as you call it, or as others might call it, a Lich's Phylactery. Creating that is a step in the process, but you don't need to go the full way of becoming a Lich. I attempted, and well, my magics failed, and
already a wizard.
I was bound to that mansion in the woods for many years.
But I'm already a wizard.
Yes, and this would simply increase your power. And you've already prepped yourself for it. I can feel it within your very spirit, the people that you've killed.
I have not killed anyone. What are you talking about?
Oh. When you form this connection with me, it allows me to see through such simple lies. I can't read your mind per se, but just some ideas here and there. Like a woman you knocked off a train?
The train killed her, not me.
Hmm.
And also, I'm pretty sure I didn't push her off. It was actually what's her face?
It was your spell.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of was, but it kind of was also like the fire breath of you know.
Oh, Ray's gonna hate that. That you forgot Kadira's name.
Yeah. Kadira. You know, that one.
Yeah, the lizard woman.
Yeah! The firebender dragon person. Yeah. Kadira. She's the one who actually did, like, the physical push. I kind of just whipped a spell and whatever. I didn't technically kill.
You dealt the finishing blow.
No,
and
the train did. The train exploded that woman to a million pieces.
If you stabbed someone through the heart, did you kill them or the knife?
What?
If you would have stabbed someone through the heart, did you kill them or the knife?
Okay, but I'm not controlling the train, so it's a different story. Because the train did the final blow. Yes, maybe I helped in sort of knocking her onto the tracks, but the train is mostly what killed her.
Wait, time out. Are you saying that from Anthony's perspective, he doesn't consider pushing someone in front of an oncoming train to be murder?
Correct!
This guy would make a very interesting defense attorney. Your Honor, my client did not kill this man. The ground did.
Well, the train killed that woman. I don't know what else you need to hear. What other examples do you got? Because I don't think I killed anybody.
Didn't you also kill a bunch of kobolds on the Dragon Hatchery Island?
A bunch of what?
Kobolds.
Those are monsters, not people.
They're not humans, but they still qualify as people.
They were evil!
I was there when you were battling them.
Yeah, they were evil.
Extinguished the life forces that held their souls and released them off to, well, whatever happens to us when we properly die.
It's evil. They were evil. They were trying to steal the baby dragons. Okay, I was saving the dragons.
What I'm saying is that
wasn't murder.
What I'm saying is that you've checked off a box, per se. I can help you tick off a few more if you're interested.
Well, I heard rumors that Horcruxes are made by cannibalism, and I do not want to go there.
Oh, it's not nearly as unpleasant as it sounds.
Are you suggesting that? Oh my god.
All you need is a bit of flesh and a bit of blood from a person. Usually, sometimes it's the same person that, you killed, but doesn't technically need to be. You'll also need to choose a vessel to hold a piece of yourself in.
Yeah, I'm not making a Horcrux. This is insane. I'm not. No, I'm not gonna go
stand
for
to
it.
lose. You've already done the real damage to yourself. Now is the time to simply reap the benefits.
No, I did not rip my soul yet.
Yes, but think about all the people who want you dead. This way you can get around them.
I don't want to do that. I am, however, thinking that I probably do want to just use this wand a little bit more, because it's got some cool spells.
Or else there is always the second option.
Which is?
Oh yes, you know that floppy disk you've been traveling with? He and I have had the chance to...
I thought we ditched it somewhere.
Nope, you still have it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what about the floppy disk?
Well, the entity on it and I have been communicating.
How?
Oh, to use a term you might be familiar with, we synced up through the ship's Wi-Fi. If I had hands right now, I'd be using air quotes.
Oh, I see. Okay. And
Yes.
what did this entity say?
That it was able to preserve itself on there. There is a full person on there that backed itself up. And there is room for others if you're interested. I'm offering you a chance to back up your consciousness, as it were. So that way, even if someone kills you, once your party
That sounds
finds...
suspicious. Vaguely like Artem Zola, which I heard about from S.H.I.E.L.D. Actually, no, I didn't hear about it. I kind of just, stole their files, read their minds. It's nothing.
Wait. When did you have a chance to steal files from S.H.I.E.L.D.?
When we were at S.H.I.E.L.D.
You were there for like an hour.
Yeah?
Since when is Anthony a master computer hacker?
He's not. As I said, files from the mind.
He's not a mind reader either.
He has a memory spell.
Oh. But anyway...
Still, I have my ways. I figured it out.
But anyway, we could use our systems to sync with that floppy disk if you're interested.
Well, is there
you...
another option besides those two? Because Horcrux bad. Uploading consciousness seems suspicious and a little iffy. What else is there?
Well, as for ways to extend your lifespan, certain powerful entities might be able to grant it. From my understanding of this world, somewhere on it there is a genie lamp.
Yeah, I think there is. Maybe. I don't know. But what if I don't want to extend my life?
So then, do you simply wish to have great fortune and power across a natural lifespan? There is honor in that as well.
Not quite.
Then what are you searching for?
I want to play some mind tricks on my friends.
What exactly do you mean by that?
Mind tricks.
What sort of mind tricks?
I heard about in S.H.I.E.L.D. there was a very powerful sorcerer who could manipulate someone's mind and play mind tricks on them. Also,
You have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down.
I think her name was Wanda Maximoff?
See, I just like to point out that Ben's character, when he's able to make it, is very much based off of that. Wanda Maximoff already, that's already taken.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying to be one of my girls. I'm saying I want to do similar stuff, and I feel like the wand will help me with that.
Ah.
Because mind tricks are fun.
Oh man, you figured it out. This wand is actually the Mind Stone.
I don't think so.
No, but that would have been quite the plot twist.
No, but I'm saying like. I want to somehow project a vision into literally everybody, all my friends, to have them view my memories from when I was baby. You know, very tiny child.
Well, don't really know how to do that, but perhaps there are great scholars that could teach you wherever we are now.
I don't think so, because that kind of thing would require a lot of magic, and people get killed for that.
Well, ask yourself this. Is there any powerful person who seems to have some interest in scholarly study that might be hiding magical research somewhere in the town?
I don't think there is.
Is there any, maybe wicked person who's abusing his station and would definitely be using magic for his own benefit like that?
Not that I can think of. I haven't been in town much. Is there someone you're trying to get me to say? Because I don't know.
But no, yeah, that would make sense. Anthony hasn't met enough people here yet. Well, do you at least know who seems to be in charge around town? Anything?
I don't know. Who do you want me to say?
Well, okay then. Well, you know, if you were to upload your consciousness onto the floppy disk and then that were plugged into a computer, you could probably display your thoughts that way.
That is true, but then what would happen to my body? Would it just be a lifeless husk? That's weird.
No, you would still very much be you, but in a manner of speaking, so would the floppy disk. It would just be, in stasis until called upon.
Interesting.
Yes.
I don't even know when my friends are going to get back to the ship. Considering they have to deal with another friend who got captured for, lots of things.
Yes. Well, do you want the power to break him out? From his captors?
Yes.
I can help you with that. Imagine being able to face down these foes and not have to worry if you make it out.
Oh, great, but I doubt it will happen.
Simply asking you to give me the chance. In order for this to work, we're just going to need you, me, the floppy disk, and a bit of blood. It could be your blood if you want.
What?
Oh, but it does. I should provide a caveat that it does need to be the blood of someone who is currently alive.
Would my own work?
Yes.
How long would the process take?
Not too long, but it would be a bit tiring on you.
Well, my body can just rest up while I'm in the floppy disk.
But
they still don't have a way to read it, so I don't know.
What about that person that was able to read it before, the doofus smirts?
Well, he's in a different time period.
And you can always return to him, can't you?
No. Not really.
Magic boat.
Yeah, but we can't really just return because that would be not great.
You can just return 2 minutes after you left.
Yes, but I'd have to convince everyone to do that, and I'd be in the floppy disk, so they wouldn't know where I'd be. God.
And plus, they've made it clear that they want to explore the floppy disk some more and see what's on it, so.
That is true.
And if it doesn't work, well, what do you lose? You just keep living your life the way you've been living it.
Actually, that won't work, but, you know, I can't just keep living my life.
Yes, go ahead. Take the chance and reap the rewards.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. Because, like, if I can't get back to my body in time, that's not good. That's gonna do some things that I don't want.
What are you afraid of? Performing this ritual won't prevent you from living the rest of your natural life.
Sure it will. It means I don't have a consciousness.
No. Your body still remains the same. We just are making a backup copy.
No, my body wouldn't remain the same. I have to do stuff every single week in order to keep my body the same way it is.
And you could continue to do that.
I'm
not saying that you will go.
Consciousness.
Yes, you would. You would continue to exist just as you are now, but a record of you would then exist on the drive.
Don't know.
It will not harm your mind to perform this ritual.
Then I'll consider it.
No, there's no time like the present, right? If you go out and in your adventures tomorrow you die, then you lost the opportunity. But if we take care of this now, well, then you at least have a chance to keep going.
Okay, what would I have to do again?
Simply take the floppy disk. Right now, it's Yeah, Jason, I think, had it last, so he probably just left it in a bag of his stuff on the ship.
So I take it and I do what?
Yes. So take the floppy disk. Now you're going to need to take a knife, and this is the part where you need to be careful. Draw a bit of blood and put it on the floppy disk.
Why don't I just use a spell to do that? I don't need to use a knife or a dagger or anything.
What spell do you have to draw blood with?
Ice knife.
In what way is that safer?
I don't know. Okay, fine. I guess I'll use my dagger.
Okay.
I could just use a pin, though. It's still blood. Just a pinprick.
Well, fine, if you want to look less cool.
It's not about looking cool. It's about, not dying.
Good answer. If only more adventurers felt that way.
Yeah, true. Okay. So I have a little pin, and I just...
Now, as for the spell itself, that's, well, it's unique to each person who performs this type of ritual. You just need to call upon the power of magics in some way to help you extend your life force, but the wording is up to you.
Alright, first I need to go find that floppy disk. Okay. Where is Jason's stuff?
Wait, I assumed you already had it.
I mean, I could have it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I figured that you just went over, like, just rooted through Jason's bag, just like, weird stuff, floppy disk.
I did now.
Yeah, I presume that you would have gotten that before you made yourself bleed.
No. Anthony's not that smart.
Doesn't he have a 20 for intelligence?
Yes.
Yeah, so I just imagine Anthony just like dripping blood, just like, okay, let's careful not to get this everywhere.
Okay, whatever. It happens. Now
okay. And now that you've touched your blood to it, you need to make your own ritual spell.
Bippity boppity boop.
Whatever. And
I don't know why I did that.
it seemed to get a bit darker for a moment, as in between you and the floppy disk, you can almost see a line of just sort of red light connect you two, and a circle begins to appear on the ground beneath you. And you hear that the wand, it's now chanting in a language you can't quite understand. And you begin to feel yourself grow weary and weak. Don't worry, this is completely natural. This ritual takes quite the toll on the body. And you suffer 5 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, jeez. 5?
As you slump down. Yes, don't worry, it's not enough to kill you.
I know it's
as
not
you slump down,
still.
holding the floppy disk. And that's where we're going to call this side session. It was probably a success. But until next time, I've been your host and Dungeon Master, Drew, being joined by...
CC, aka Anthony, who is also now on a floppy disk.
They can't die in the past.
We are now recording for Ash's side session with Ollivander. Is that right?
Olivier.
Sorry, you're always mumbling when the character talks, so I never know what his name is. That's fine.
Hey, it's the French, okay?
Okay, well, I guess based on the time period, it's like crossbow bolts fired. They had some rudimentary guns back then.
Well...
And they definitely had cannons.
Yes, cannons definitely. Guns, I'm not so sure about, though.
But yes, so to set the scene, Jason the Heretic was just arrested for performing black magic in the middle of a town square and attempting to kill the guards. So they were able to, take him down and bring him in by the heroic efforts of Captain Phoebus.
Yeah, and then if I recall, didn't Olivier also grab the other two and take them away?
Yeah, you basically just told them, hey, don't get involved with this. Just go do something else. So everyone just sort of went their separate ways, and you have invitations to go to a bar tonight with Esmeralda. So Anthony went back to the ship. The supposed princess went to go do her thing. What is Oliver going to
do? Let's see. Well, I do need a new body. And by new body, I mean a skeleton. So it sounds like I'm going down to the crypts, or the catacombs. So we can all swing by my place.
Yeah, Jason wanted to get a sword, the princess wanted to get a dress, Oliver wants to get a cadaver. Nothing a quick trip to the mall won't get us.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so the entrance down to the main crypts, it is underneath the cathedral, but based on your position, among Frollo's hierarchy, you are able to just get in there without any questions asked, really. Be able to just, they let you in, they know who you are.
Okay.
The guard, he sort of gives you a nod.
Actually, but before I get too deep into the crypts, I would like to go to my chambers.
Oh, okay.
And just so I can get changed, because I'm wearing some robes I don't really want to get dirty. So I'm gonna change into something a bit more suited for sneaking around in crypts.
Interesting. What are you gonna change into?
I'm thinking. Well, it's gotta be dark so it doesn't show the bloodstains. So probably something black. Black pants, soft shoes, soft shoes, and just a black a dark shirt.
So a ninja costume?
Kind of, yeah.
But without the hood?
No, not quite a ninja, but similar.
So as you're slipping around through the cathedral and acting extremely suspicious, I do have some questions about how you got here. Because
sure.
Made it clear that Oliver is not exactly supposed to be here.
Well, sort of. So it was about 100 years ago, and Olivier, when he first came to this world, he didn't go by that name. Instead, he went by the name of Ravak.
Oh, interesting. Ravak.
Yeah.
Is that with a C or a K?
With a K. Come on, I sent this to you in DMs. You know my character's name is.
I know, but people don't know that.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so I took... On the world that I came from, there recently been a change in the management at the god level. And I kind of didn't want to be there anymore, because the one who had ascended to become a god, in a way, was my enemy.
Wait,
and I was like, hell no.
He?
Huh?
Were you the god before he?
No. I was like, oh, Rust Snow, I'm not sticking around here. I'm getting out of Dodge.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So you're slipping into the crypts. What kind of a body are you looking for?
Currently I have a male body, so probably a feminine body.
Okay, and like how recently dead do you want this?
Probably within the past couple of days is what I'm looking for.
Okay. And are you looking for anything in a particular quality or age or anything like that?
Early 20s. Well, yeah, early 20s. Early 20s is what I'm looking for.
Okay, so there are definitely like different bodies to pick through, but you know, a lot of the younger bodies, they died of disease or sudden accident, so they're not necessarily in great shape. And then there's also the various elderly.
Okay, by disease, what do you mean?
Let's see now. Let's see now. There still would have been the bubonic plague at that time.
Which would have left marks on the skin.
Yes.
And the bodies that had some sort of injury to them, a fatal blow, you might say. Would any of them, like, would you be able to cover that with clothes?
Tell you what, go ahead and roll percentile dice.
Percentile base? Okay, let me grab my dice. So what's that, a D100 and a D10?
Yes.
Okie dokie. As you can tell, I'm clearly very well prepared for this. I was totally expecting dice rolls. Oh no. We're looking at an 11%.
Okay, yeah, with that, you know, these, yeah, as you're venturing through and looking at some of the more recent bodies that are sort of, you know, just sort of laid out in the crypts, you know, you notice some, one person who, seems to have lost an arm somehow. Let's see, now there's definitely some people who died of some different diseases in there. Some one person who appears to have been badly burned. But something you're able to notice is that this seems to be where they're keeping some of the more respected people. Like
more
this particular
respected.
section of crypts, it's slightly more well-maintained. The bodies that are a little more spread out. This isn't where they're just necessarily like, you know, tossing the criminals that they've executed, which you might have a better selection from.
These bodies are useless. Gotta go deeper.
Yeah, and you also do get the feeling that someone might notice if one of these were to disappear.
Oh yeah, I'm just not taking any of these bodies. They're not good enough for what I'm looking for.
Yeah, these bodies are too good to be good enough.
Yeah, it's like none of them have sustained minimal enough injury for my liking, or died of something which I can, like, something which is useful to me. It's like they've all got blemishes on their skin, so not worth it.
Okay,
I'm,
so
I'm very
tell me.
picky when I'm choosing my corpse, obviously.
So tell me, how did you escape the homeworld?
So that's actually a pretty funny story. As I was looking to leave, I came across this man who said that. If you hear any noises in the background, by the way, that's my cat. There's a good chance that she will. Yeah, yes, you will, Nadia. She might mew as well. I don't know. But yeah, as I was looking around to escape, I actually came across another man who looked like he also wanted to leave.
Okay.
He didn't give me his name, but he was tall, thin. He had a very sharp nose. And he also had white hair, strangely enough. At the time, I didn't give it any thought, but I decided he says he can get me off world and bring me somewhere new. So I decided, well, got nowhere else to go. He says he can get me off world, away from the current management. So I agreed. He took me to the middle of one of the major cities, which looked a lot different now. Ash wasn't falling from the sky anymore.
Mm.
And it looked green, which I found strange. But anyway, I was fortunate enough he showed me a portal, which he said would take me to another world, and he would guide me there.
So this guy who rescued you, what was his general personality like?
He kind of tricksy, I'd say is the best way of putting it. Very, very sharp wit though. Yeah, had a very sharp wit.
So he was a pretty smart guy, and I don't know, did he seem maybe like a little aggressive, or like he was just saving you just for the fun of it because he was bored, or maybe because he would serve some greater purpose in his particular plans?
I think part of it was he wanted to piss off a dead guy, a dead guy who was kind of trapped. I think that was part of the reason that he did that. But as we were leaving, we actually came across some people who just seemed to be looting, and he directed me to fight them and said that he couldn't for whatever reason. Didn't give a reason, just said that he couldn't fight them and that they were blocking our path. So I went up to them, and thankfully there were only 3 of them, and I killed 2 of them, and the other one ran away before I could kill him as well. Good for him too, because otherwise he would not have made it.
So let's jump back to the crypt.
Okay.
So you're looking for a body with minimal outward injuries that was recently deceased.
Recently deceased, yeah. Ideally, young woman in her early 20s.
Okay. But yeah, as you're just searching for more of the quote unquote riff-raff, roll me more percentile dice.
Okay. Now, those are not the dice that I wanted. One of those is the right one. Perfect. 93.
Okay, with a 93, you actually are able to find a mostly intact body of a young woman wearing commoner's clothes who just seems like she was cast in here, without much concern for where her body ended up. If you want to inspect her, you can make a medicine check.
Okay. Medicine check. Where is the sheet? An 8, unfortunately.
Yeah, with an 8, you can tell that the if you're looking her over, you definitely do seem to notice that there's some sort of something going on with her head. Like, her neck doesn't seem to be as solid as maybe it once was. So maybe she died due to some sort of neck injury.
Ah.
And she seems to have some sort of scarring across the front of her throat.
That is
just
unfortunate.
Just like the remains of an indent. But aside from that, it seems like that could be covered up with like a scarf or whatever.
Yeah, that could. This one. This one has potential. Recently deceased. Seems to be intact. This one will do nicely. Should have brought a bag with me too. Do I happen to see a bag nearby?
Tell you what, we'll get that in a second. But first, this little trick that apparently involves stealing corpses. Did the monitor or whatever? Did he teach you this? So was the monitor or whoever this guy's supposed to be? Did he teach you this whole trick with stealing bodies?
Oh no, he didn't.
Okay, but
so
you were able to escape through a.
Yeah, that skill of with the skill that I have with corpses was taught to me by the one that I used to follow.
Ah, yes, the fallen god.
I wouldn't quite call him a god. I might call him a ruler, possibly even a lord. Might even go that far as to call him a lord of rulers. But anyway, after I disposed of the ones that were guarding the way, the man took me down into the portal, and we went through. Mm-hmm. And on the other side, it was very strange. It was quite misty, and it was honestly kind of hard to see anything. But he seemed to know where he was going. He found a boat and offered to give me a ride off world, any world I wanted. I didn't know there were other worlds, and or I didn't know for sure. Like my my lord had hinted at the possibility of it, but it was hard to tell with him sometimes. But he hinted at the possibility to a couple of us. But I didn't know of any other worlds, so I said, take me someplace similar to this world. He said, oh yes, I know just the place for you. And then he knocked me unconscious. I have no idea how he did it. He shouldn't have been able to. But he seemed to move entirely too fast. And he appeared to have... He had rings on his hands, too. What were they? Iron, maybe? Yeah, I think they were iron. Anyway, but he knocked me out, and when I woke up, I was someplace else. Didn't recognize it at all. But I looked around and saw that it looked pretty similar to where I was. It honestly looked almost the same. As I looked in the distance, though, I saw that there weren't any mountains spewing ash. And the man was gone. No trace of him anywhere.
Okay.
But he had left me. He had left me with a note.
Go ahead and make an investigation check to look for a bag.
Okay, invest. That gets me a 13.
Yeah, with a 13 overall, you're not exactly able to find like an elaborate body bag that you could carry this out of, or even like a large sack. But you are able to find some linens that you could potentially wrap this woman in. That would make it easier to carry the body out with.
Oh. Okay. I'm not going to need to carry out her whole body.
What do you need to carry out?
Really, all I need is her skin, her hair, and her bones.
All of them?
Yes, all of them.
All the bones?
All of the bones, yes.
So you basically just don't need the muscle and the blood?
Correct. I don't need any of the organs. I don't need the muscle. I just need the skin, the hair, and the blood. Or not the blood, the bones. Everything else is useless to me.
So are you going to like take this woman apart here or try to get her back to the ship first?
It's going to be less conspicuous if I take her apart here.
Okay.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Remember how I said I was a changeling?
Yes.
That was kind of the best fit for what I had in mind. The reason I need this body is I can physically, like, the bones don't matter as much. As long as I have my consciousness, my metal spikes inside of me, and my muscle mass, I can consume any other material. I can consume
what was that middle
the
thing
meat that I need.
What was that middle thing in between consciousness and muscle mass?
Oh, my metal spikes?
Yeah. Is that part of the backstory that we're gonna get to?
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. We'll get to that. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
So how do you pick this body apart?
I kind of just become a mass of muscle and go inside of her and start eating away the muscle mass.
So you're just gonna start gnawing on this woman right here?
Kind of, except I'm not going to be I'm not going to look human as I do it. I'm going to basically be an amorphous blob.
Huh. And you're sure you don't want to find a way to bring her back to the ship where it's less likely that you'll be discovered?
What's going to be more noticeable? A person carrying a bag or a person carrying a body?
Well, you could always just chop her up into small pieces and then cart her out that way.
No, because then I end up cutting through the skin. I want the skin intact.
This is some Silence of the Lambs stuff right here. Okay, proceed.
Yep.
Actually, let's take a break and jump back to the backstory. You said that you supposedly got a note. Were you able to read it, or was it written in a foreign tongue?
I could read it. And it basically said, I've taken you to another world, similar to your own. In the process, though, you are no longer able to eat meat. If you do, you will not be able to digest it, and you will be forced to remove it from your body. So, as you can imagine, I was pretty upset with this, because the entire way that I changed bodies is by eating people. So I had to figure out another way to do this. I was actually fortunate enough to come across another person. They looked familiar to what I was used to. Perhaps a little bit shorter than I was accustomed to, but not drastically so. So I took them to the side of the road. Took them rather deep into the woods, actually, to make sure no one would see this. And I killed the man. Figuring out how to use his well, before I killed him, though, I did scare him a bit. By showing him my true body. It was a body. Blob. It was a skeleton. No, it was not an amorphous blob. It was a skeleton that appeared to be made of crystals, with 2 metal spikes within me, right around where my heart was at the time, or where it would have been. So I showed him this form, and then I killed him. And then I had to figure out a way to use his body. At first I thought, this guy's clearly lying. The guy who helped me, he's clearly lying. So I tried to start consuming his body, going in through the normal way. And it did not work. Like, I would take a bite and I would just absolutely retch and throw up. I tried again. Normally I try to go through the butt, but that was not working at all. So next I thought, okay, this isn't working. How else can I do this? I've got it. I'll go through the head. So I went up to this guy's head and I tried eating through the mouth. A little bit more success, but still incapable of doing it. I would throw up and be very sick. Eventually, I thought, okay, not only does this guy taste horrible, you need to let people a little bit before you start eating them if you can. But I literally cannot eat this. I can't eat this guy. How am I going to do this? So then I thought, well, what if I went in through his eyes and every time I take a bite, I just immediately excrete it. I immediately just shit it out. Sorry, is language allowed in this? By the way, probably should have asked that beforehand.
I don't know.
Cool.
We're already going over some weird barriers. I'm not even sure what this is categorized as at this point.
Nice. Yeah, so I figured, okay, and as I tried to do that, it seemed to be working. Like, whenever I take a bite, I would just immediately shit it out, immediately excrete it. And as I burrowed deeper and deeper, I was finding that this was actually fairly effective. I was able to keep the skin intact. I was able to work around the bones. It was working. So, hey, I wasn't going to complain. Eventually, I got all of the meat out. And I now had a new body. Couldn't leave my true body around though. What if someone found it? But I'd grown rather accustomed to it as well. I decided to crush up the bones. I decided to attempt to crush up the bones as best I could, except for the skull. That I was going to keep. And maybe a couple ribs as well. Just in case I needed some cash. Just in case I needed some money and coins. So I crushed up the rest of the bones to the best of my abilities. Saw there were a couple toes that were still mostly intact. So kept a couple toes, kept a couple ribs, and kept the skull. And with that, I kind of just walked off. Didn't know where I was going to go, but it's better than where I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had to discard one body to obtain a new one?
Yes.
So then what are you doing right now in the crypts?
Well, the thing is, so currently what I'm doing is I'm just getting the muscle and blood and all the stuff I didn't need out of the body. So that all that I'd be left with would be the skeleton, the skin, and the hair. And with that, I can work with that fairly well.
So you're just being prepared in case you have to burn the Oliver personality.
Exactly.
But yeah. Okay. But while you're doing this, absorbing this person, suddenly in walks someone holding a torch. They seem to be just a commoner, and they drop it in shock as they just see this unholy abomination.
Nice.
Oh, but the
Okay.
heavenly host. What is that monstrosity? So tell me, can you do anything to them while you're currently eating someone?
Depends. How close am I to the Olivier body? Probably right next to it, right?
So, like... Yes, probably.
Cool. If I'm quick, I can go back into the Olivier body and kill this guy. If I'm
so
quick.
So this guy, for the moment, he's just sort of standing there perplexed, but he dropped his torch. And he seems to have pulled a small knife out of his bag.
He's pulled a knife out of his bag. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back into the Olivier body
Okay.
as quick as I can.
Oliver.
I hope I
What
remember the
are
shape
you?
of this body. I make no response. I just start to remake the muscles inside of Olivier's body well enough that I'm able to just attack this guy. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to be fast.
Yeah, just as the Oliver body's like just lumbering towards him, he's gonna try to make a run for it.
Oh boy, guess I'm running after this guy.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Athletics, of course. 18.
That should be plus your strength.
Yeah, that was including my strength.
Okay. Well, he got a natural 20.
Oh my god.
So like,
You gotta be kidding me here.
You're still trying to readjust to like sticking yourself back into this skin suit. So he's able to slip past you, and he's able to Yeah, so he's making a break for it. He seems to be headed for the exit. Do you have any ranged attacks you can use?
Let me see. I've got a couple daggers I can throw at him.
Yeah, you want to try to throw one?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what would be included in thieves' tools?
That's just lockpicking stuff.
Okay. It's kind of know what I wanted, but okay. Jeez, I am not rolling the best rolls. So that just be a straight D20?
Let's see, that'll be a D20 plus Dex and proficiency.
Plus Dex and proficiency.
Yes.
Perfect. Oh, so prof gives me 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Thank God.
And then that'll be D4 plus Dex plus your sneak attack. No, wait. I don't think you can add sneak attack damage to this, but you might have an assassin thing.
Okay. Plus Dex, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Plus what?
I'm trying to see if you can add any extra damage to this as an assassin.
Ah, yes, as an assassin. I have an advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
Yeah, that doesn't exactly apply. So, yeah, this will just be the D4 plus Dex for now.
Okay, 8.
Yeah, within 8 damage, you're able to get this guy in the leg, and now he's just like bleeding profusely and hobbling along. Like, you seem to have gotten a massive gash, and he's almost at the exit when it opens up, and you can hear him say, "Oh, thank God, it's you, Monsieur. It's Oliver. He's possessed by some sort of demon. He's a monster." And you hear the voice of Furlough say, "Oh, I know that, you fool." And you see Furlough step forward and stab this man right in the throat, and he falls to the ground.
What?
Closes the door to the crypt behind him, looks directly at you and say, "Now, can we put this pretense behind us, and you just tell me who you are?"
Well then, I suppose that the secret's out. But first, I want to know what your plans are for this city.
My plans are to rule this city for as long as I can. I'm currently searching into some secrets to extend my longevity, and if you know anything about that, any sort of gestures to the person that you seem to be half devouring, perhaps you could share. But also, do you know anything about the practice of alchemy? My research is very expensive, and if I can procure more gold, well, then that would be beneficial all around.
Alchemy. Well, I have some experience, you might say.
So,
However,
Oliver, if
and
that's
I
the
can
name
actually.
you prefer, I call you.
That name suits me fine.
Very well. Let's make a deal, shall we? Let's both agree to help each other. I can get...
What do you want?
First, I need information on the mystic powers that are on the move here. Nothing happens in this city that I'm unaware of. At least that was true until yesterday, when that group of vagabonds showed up.
Yes. The imbeciles.
Correct. I was able to capture one of them, this Jason, the heretic. You seem to have their trust. There is one
That's
among
one
their
way of putting
number
it.
I have yet to understand. The young man that was traveling with the princess, and I'm not completely sure what to categorize Jason as. But the third person, that other man. I believe his name was Anthony. Okay. So you finish whatever you're doing with the with that body right there. And I need you to track down Anthony and find out what he's hiding. If he's trusted among a group such as that, he must have his dark secrets. I need to know.
That group has dark secrets. That group has secrets. Darkness, I don't know, but they've got secrets.
He doesn't seem to be particularly strong, so I doubt he's a warrior. Perhaps he's another sorcerer like Jason? And they've come here to overthrow us?
You said you wanted to know the keys to immortality?
Are you offering?
Well, where I come from, I know I am immortal. And I am very, very good at surviving. I might know of a way to help you. But not here, not now. Tell you what. I give you the secrets that you want about Anthony. Plus I help you become immortal. And in return, you give me 1,000 gold pieces.
Consider it done.
Then I shall continue what I was doing and help you learn more about that group.
Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go check on my boy, the Hunchback.
Yes.
Grown quite fond of him over the years. Hope that I can only find a way to help him further so that he can help us as well. He slips off.
Of course.
So, tell you, do you want to end the session on that note, or do you want to be able to make it back to the ship to check on Anthony?
I would... I'm not going to leave it on that note. I think that what I would rather do is, once I'm sure that Frollo is gone, I'm going to return to the body and finish what I started.
Yes. Okay, but... Yeah, I'm assuming you're able to digest it well enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, just remove all the flesh.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to take the skin and bones and hair.
Okay. And where are you going to take these bones to?
I'm going to take them back to my quarters, back to my chambers.
Yes.
And hide them so no one accidentally comes across them.
Nice. Okay.
And with that, I'm going to put my robes back on and go out and do my due duty.
Okay.
As a priest.
We never established that you were a priest. You just sort of worked with Frollo.
Or my due diligence working within the church.
Yeah, that's a little better. But what? So where specifically are you off to?
I'm probably gonna go walk around within the church and just help people who are praying.
Oh, okay.
And I'm pretty satisfied with leaving it there.
Okay. Well, this has certainly been interesting.
Hey, yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Yes, sir. Were you surprised by that great twist to reveal that Frollo's actually the villain of this arc?
What? Frollo evil? Who could have foreseen this? Not I.
Yes. Oh, wait.
I was a little bit surprised when Frollo, stabbed the guy. But otherwise, yeah, I was like, Frollo's kind of an evil dude.
Well, yeah, I guess that'll be our session. Until next time, I've been your host and DM, Drew, being joined by...
Ash, also known as Ravak to most people, or to very few people, but Olivia to the rest of the party.
Nice. Bye.
Bye.